Welcome back to another session of GitPython maintenance. It's issue 323, assertion error when diffing index during cherry pick conflict. Wow. Reads difficult, but I think it's actually relatively easy because there are further details about this that show me how to reproduce it. So basically what we will have to do is create a base commit, and then from there we branch off, create two different versions of it, and then we do a index diff with GitPython facilities repo index diff. I think that's manually implemented. That's actually implemented in pure Python, which might be the reason that there's something going on. As you can see, it's something related to the mode that it doesn't like. And I might guess that it could possibly have something to do with Windows. I mean, it's just a raw guess here because the mode on Windows is, I don't know, it's kind of simulated, I think, even though I would assume that there's some sort of mode at the very least. So that's an assertion error that fails here. Something is unexpected in the code, and we want to see if we can reproduce that on OS X and on Linux. So first, I think, we can actually have a look at the file first, 231.226. So it's diff 231 and 226. Here we go. So it's these guys. Interesting. So why would the mode not be there? It gets initialized at some point, index from raw format, and there 391, diff 391, and there things start to happen. And I think this raw format, that's actually returned by Git itself. So, it splits the line here, and where's the mode, please? Old mode. And apparently nothing good comes out of there. So interesting. So let's reproduce it. Let's do it. Let's try a reproduction for lazy man. First, let's have a test directory. Git init. Let's echo hello world to some file. f.txt. Good, git add everything, git commit init. Yeah, I'm not sure where I put these parentheses, quotation marks around the single word, which is not necessary, but I guess that's just me being used to this, because usually you have more than a few or more than a single word of comments. Anyway, so now we have the first commit, and I guess in master we just create another one and create the merge conflict here. Hola mundo. I will use his example just for the fun of it. Get commit am change in master. Okay, git checkout fork, and we check it out at the previous version, so that from this point of view we are still at the initial version that says hello world, right? So now we do the same thing again and say we can go German here, hallo Welt, why not? So it's change in fork. Okay, so now we have to kind of reproduce this in the Python code. First, I think IPython will not allow us to import GitPython here because we have to set the Python path. Do I still have something like that? Yeah, I think that's it. So that should be doing it for me. So if I launch IPython like this, I should be able to import Git. Yep. So here we get the repo. Okay, and now we can see how the index wants to be wants to be handled. Ah, I see. So you want to have the cherry pick first, so that it's in a, so that the index is in a certain stage. Okay, now I get it. That's interesting. I think this could very well be related to the state of the index, because usually I don't do a cherry pick that fails beforehand. So topic branch is my fork here. Could rename it to topic. Let's do that right away so that there's no source for confusion. Yeah, so I will keep this in the background. Git branch, move, topic. There we go. So git cherry pick. Yeah, would have been great if this would have been a symbolic ref, like head or head -1. Could not apply. Okay, so probably you are in master, and then you try to take the topic branch. So we shall do that. We could do it the other way around as well. Let's do it this way around because I happen to be here. Git cherry pick, and now we get a merge conflict. Voila. And there we have the index that is in a, well, that is in a state that cannot be committed, at least. And I think now it should be really easy to reproduce this, right? So we compare the index with none, and I'm not actually sure what this means. Is none, you know, their enumerations would be great. Like, I know that you can pass in like a type which acts as enumeration, which is index file or something. None might be none could be working tree maybe, and you can pass in other commits and stuff. But yeah, there we have the error. We have successfully reproduced the error. And yeah, the next logical step would be to make this happen in a test case. Or we exclude it. I mean, you know, what's the fastest way to a solution? Should this be working? What would be expected here? I think, yeah, let's follow up here. So git diff tries to create index from raw format. Git diff in, yeah, I don't know. I think create patch is the default now. So let's go up here. Oh no, we can't go up. We are not in debug mode. Yeah, so I think to dig in there, you would definitely want to recreate that issue in test. But maybe I can figure out a few things before in 109. What do we call here? Yeah, maybe. I also want to set GitPython trace to full or something. Is it this? Could be. Could be. Import git. rs git repo. r index diff none. And I would be, probably I used the wrong environment variable here. Of course. So what is it? Is it GitPython trace? No, it's the right one. Okay. And I know full is a magic string here, a magic value. I did that, so I would have expected to see the command that it executes. But unfortunately I do not. So here, if it's set and if it's to full or if it's as process, oh, not equals full or as process. So this is, I think, as process. Oops. See? So it can stream that stuff. That's, I think, the whole idea here. So std out is being streamed and then processed from a stream, which is obviously more efficient because then you don't need memory for everything that Git outputs, and that could be a lot. Anyway, for some reason I do not see the command line, and the reason I would love to see the command line that it actually executed is so that I can just put that onto the command line and see what this is, because apparently the parsing is getting unexpected results here. And I just want to see that before I build the test case, but apparently I will have to build the test case anyway, which is all right. Yeah, I guess. Man, I kind of still. Did I mess up some? Did I put in a typo here or something? Or why does it not pick that up? Gee. Let's try one more time, but this time I just set it to 1, which really shouldn't make a difference. Import git r is git repo r index diff none. There we go. So did you print anything here? Come on. No. Must be something with GitPython. Okay. So let's try it with Python, shall we? One last time. Import git repo is r index diff none. I still don't see it. That's amazing. GitPython trace should definitely, totally, positively be working here. Should be all we need. But it's not. That's annoying. I've used this like forever. But apparently, yeah, and also see the code, right? I could say, well, it's probably broken, but it wasn't changed. And it's not broken unless, I mean, this is a variable. Unless the variable name does not correspond to the name it actually tries to get from the environment. But it is that, did I put a typo in there that I really don't see? No. Looks good to me. And I guess it doesn't care. Maybe it's related to the way, I mean, come on. Import import OS environ. So here you go. Show me. It's there. Okay, one last time. Import git. And now we go git repo index diff none. Interesting. It doesn't care at all. Why would that be? It has to call a process at some point. Super index, or does it not call? Maybe it works differently. Maybe it goes Python only. Maybe I'm totally misjudging this. So 391.109. That 109 here. It's all in git diff. That definitely calls a process, does it? Yeah, in any case, you have a process. So it must call into git, and that will... Oh, now I get it. Damn it, look at this. The logging stuff. It logs it, and by default there is no logging. Oh, I hate this. Import logging basic config or something, huh? Okay. So now we can try that again. Oh. I hate this Python logging. So in Rust you can set an environment variable that turns on logging in a log level that you like. And I actually have never figured out how this works in Python, except for having to manually configure the logging at some point. Oh yeah, maybe I have to initialize the logging beforehand. So then I can use IPython and we'll finally get the data I want. So import logging basic config. Hatred. I really dislike Python strongly, but there were worse things I learned. So import git repo index diff none. So show me. What? It still doesn't show me anything. Okay, so forget it. So we do this with the debugger and with the real test case that I apparently need anyway. So we will have two choices. We can either say, well, we don't support this. We can obviously test if the index has multiple stages in there, has files that, or has entries that are to be merged. And if so, we could just abort that, or we try to handle this somehow. So from patch, I think, is the one we execute here. Is it? Maybe it's not. We are entering 391. So it's indexed from raw format. Look at that. So we don't create a patch when we do this. Under which circumstances do we create a patch? If it's requested. Okay, let's see if that works just for the fun of it. Create patch. Okay. So I think it has everything to do with the state that it is in. I mean, usually you don't do diffs at all. You notice this will totally work if you just ask for the stuff while the index is not in such a state. Again, let's try to find out what it does. So I will just read the code now. So if I do git, what does it do? It does a git from raw format itself, git diff. And then we have abref 40 and full index and m in any case. Then we have raw, and we have no color, even though we might deal with color here because we are in a shell. And so if path is not none, so we have if other is not none. Yeah, so basically all this stuff probably doesn't apply because that's a not none case. And we provide none. What does none mean? None, it will be compared to the working tree. Awesome. So yeah, nothing special here. And we have no path, so that's our line. Voila. And this is what we get. Interesting. I totally wonder, yeah, what's with the patch? Raw is mutually exclusive to patch? It is. Huh. It's also interesting that when we tried to do the patch thing, we didn't get any result at all. Yeah, so there is something coming out of this, and there totally appears to be a mode here. Yeah, so it looks like it's something reasonable. It looks like it should work. Fixture index diff index. Where's the diff stuff? Where's something that looks like this raw mode that we have just seen? Diff index patch, diff mode only. Look at this. Here, that's the one. That's one that looks like something we have seen here, huh? And it looks very, very similar. So yeah. What's up with you then? So look at that. We ignore the first one. Then we have old mode, new mode. A blob ID, B blob ID, old mode, new mode. it's definitely there. And we don't convert it or anything, or do we convert it? So maybe it converts the 0, 0, 0 stuff to 0 and then says, okay, 0 is false, so we fail during the assertion, which shouldn't be assert self A mode. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think it should work. And because I think it should work, we should do something about it. So the decision is made. We have to go through with it. Even though I personally think that the solution would be just not to have a dirty index. But hey, you know, I just spent some time on this stuff. Why not? So it's about diff. Test diff. And we don't need a fixture, we just set it up ourselves here. So that we have the real thing. Test diff with staged file. So now we have to set it up. We need a read-write directory. Test index might have with rw. Actually, I don't want a repo. I just want to have with rw directory. Where do I get that from? I got that from gitdb test lib. From git. Do we have it here? Maybe we get it from here as well. Let's try. Is it there? Is it there? Because if it is like that, let me just do that. Then we have our rw dir and can see what happens. Test diff. Let's run that guy right away. Nose test 2. Git test diff. Diff with staged file. Like so. No, it's not there. Very sad, so I have to pick it up from gitdb test lib import. Now it should be there, huh? Yes, and we forgot the self. I did. There we go. So now it should work. And we can start setting this thing up. Oh, well. I would like to access, let's see, repo base. Do we have some init here? Yes, we do. So let's use GitPython for this stuff. Why not? Yes, and I want the repo as well, if you don't mind. So we can do a repo init rwdir. So that's a directory that will be fully deleted, and we'll just initialize it with an empty directory. So that should be all right. And then let's create a file path that is rwdir os path join. I don't even have OS here. Well, import OS join. Let's do f.txt. Let's call it hello.txt. Why not, huh? Let's have some fun at least. And then it's all about with how does that work in Python again? I think we can do with open fp for writing as f maybe or file stream f as write hello world. All right, so that will be closed. Now we can do a commit. Yeah, I just use git here. Oh well, I use I don't know. I think I use Git here to just have normal Git commits and not the pure Python implementation. So let's not risk anything here. Git commit, m is init. So that should give us the first commit that we have here. Oops. Setup index. Setup index with multiple stages. Okay, so let's see how far we get here. No. So we do message, I think. Then it will work. Oh, it returned. Wait. So what seems to be the problem here? Oh, maybe there's nothing added. Sure. AM is something we want, huh? Like this? No? Where's the A here? All. Okay. So we do message and we do all is true. So that, oh, come on. What the heck? So let's go there. Let's see what happens there. Probably it's just in a different state. Untracked file. Oh yeah, sure. I have to edit first, obviously. Git add, because it's not yet there, right? So then I can just remove this. Just providing a path should be sufficient. That's a full path. I hope it's smart enough to do the right thing here. It is. Okay, so that's the first thing. Awesome. Let's create a second one that we will now, or a second commit with a little change. So again, hola mundo, like this. We shall now commit with all. All is true. Message change on master. Now we create a new branch and check it out. Again, I'm lazy and just do it with Git here directly, so that I don't have to go through the interface. You know, the GitPython interface can totally do that, but it's more Pythonic and I have to think about it, so I'm not now kind of set up to do the command line stuff. If you would use Python, you would save a process invocation, so you're technically faster and more to the point. But right now, I don't actually care about performance here. So we check out, say B is topic, and we want to check it out at head -1, so at the previous commit. Now we do another write and commit. A write that is different. And we have change on topic branch. So now we have recreated this kind of branching that we previously had. Let's see if it works. No. Okay, so it doesn't actually do that. We can make it do that. Oh, now I got a non-keyword after, so we have to put this. That was a Python issue. Let's see if it does it correctly. It looks like it. Cool. So that's, and now we have set up our fixture and we can do the actual testing. Oh, by the way, we don't have the fixture yet. Now we do the cherry pick, our git cherry pick. I think that's how it's called. Automatically substitutes underscores with dashes. And the cherry pick shall be at, or we try to get master, right? So now this should actually fail, I think. It's a git command error, so self fail unless raises. Git command error, is it called like this? Yes. Because there must be a merge conflict. Let's bring it in. Oh, come on. Like this. Cool, so now we should have it. And now we're at the position where we want to be. And now we can just call our index diff none. And this will fail. PDB. Okay, now we can just go in there. Self A mode. What are you? You're 0C. I knew it. So it gets, where is it parsed, man? Because we just split that stuff here, right? And old mode, new mode, that is never converted. So it's actually doing it correctly. Haha. It just can't deal with 0 modes. I'm still wondering where the heck it converts strings into an actual integer. And look, this B mode, that's a mode as integer. Where is it happening? So here's a conversion, but that's something we don't even do. So it must then be the diff type itself that does it, huh? But I didn't see it here, that's the thing. Oh, here it is. Oh, come on. Oh, man. So, yeah, so that's a typical issue, huh? I ran into the issue that, 0 evaluates to false. In Ruby, by the way, any value that is non-nil is true, which is a good thing because that bug would not have happened. That's just annoying. I ran into some, I think it's just a safety issue. If you put in that kind of behavior that was put in the best intentions, then people will eventually stumble over it. So I don't know. Is not none could be something here, huh? Is not none is a string. Something like it. Well, by now it should probably be not none. Hoping that A mode and B mode is not none. Let's just do it like that. Damn it, you. Where's B mode? Here. Is not none. Okay. So I suspected that, and that's at least a proof that this truly is the problem. The good thing is it's an easy city fix. Assert lang. I think it should just be. Is it 2? Let's see how many entries there are. Yeah, it's 2. All right, and with create patch, I had, last time I tried, I didn't have any results. So let's try that as well. Create patch should have 2 things too, right? Or something at least. But it should work somehow. Create patch is true. Maybe that fails, see? I would be willing to just let that slide, but let's see. Oh yeah, that's an assertion failure. But anyway, let's see what comes out of there. Wait, that didn't actually work. Let's try that one more time. Here we go. Huh? Why is it dropping out? It's not supposed to do that. Oh, probably because of R. Oh man, I chose my variable names unwisely. R is interpreted by the debugger. So, like this, huh? Yeah, my dear Python, here you go. Okay, so it's empty. That is unexpected. Because we got a result when we did it manually, right? It just didn't pan out at all when it was done here. Sorry, when it was done here. I wonder why though. This will append P instead of raw and the rest is just the same, is it? Or is there some special handling when there is create patch, then we do even more? Except for using a different method to handle it, obviously. Different class method. Yeah. Maybe the format is unexpected. I mean, it's okay. You know, we can't deal with everything. So let's just say yeah, let's just say that we know about it, okay? This should work, but doesn't right now. It's okay. So in case something like this comes up at some point, then we have the test. And if somebody wants this fixed, we have a good basis to actually make it work. Even though obviously right now I am in okay, let's just not spend too much time here. Let's spend the least amount of time possible. It's 40 minutes. And for that, you know, I mean, after all, it's not a bad bug. It's just an annoying bug. This really shows you shouldn't write anything serious in Python just because it makes it really easy to write bad code. I don't say this is good code. It's bad code, I think, for the most part. It kind of works, but the devil is in the detail. And there's no one to help with that devil in a way. And yeah, don't do it. Don't write Python code. Good, so that should be it. Let's make a commit. Oh no, wait, we're not ready yet. We still have to do some more testing. This should work, right? And now we try the same with Python 3.4. Should also work. And now it's tox time, eflake 8. It will probably tell me that I did something wrong. Before that, it's this typical, it can't deal with my encoding in the shell issue that I find very disgusting. I don't know, either my shell is wrong, which kind of makes iterm wrong and OSX wrong, or Python is wrong, so maybe it's Python. So test diff 2.7. Expected 2 blanks, really? Okay. And 46. And here's just 1 blank. Yeah, it's this white space stuff. I really hate it that I have to deal with that. It's so, ugh. I mean, I understand that stuff should be formatted in one and the same way, so thanks for that. But, you know, if it's these white space errors, I don't know. But this, you know, this is at least something you can fix because that's something you can remember. Okay, put two new lines here and there's just one between the methods of a class definition. I'm good with that, but usually you have like spaces somewhere that shouldn't be there and that nobody sees or cares about. Anyway, so now we are done. And now is a good time to make a commit here. Bang, bang, bang. So in any case, this closes 3 to 3, I suppose. As it does. Fix diff. Mode assertions now deal with null. If the file was not present, the mode seen in a diff can be legally null, which previously caused an assertion to fail for no good reason. Now the assertion test for none instead, like this. What do you say? So that should be it. That should work. One more test, thank you very much. And we are done once that baby has been pushed. Oops, let's go here. Which should, actually, if that is still live, should register this and close it for me. That shall conclude this session. Thanks for watching and have a great day.